This man's name is Jack, and he has a beautiful young white girlfriend. But this woman is a little weird. All her ex-boyfriends are black. She seemed to have a special purpose for Jack. On this day, the woman invited Jack to go home with her to meet her parents. Jack was a little worried at first, because he was afraid that his girlfriend's family would not like him. But what he didn't expect was that his girlfriend's parents were very enthusiastic. Come to the kitchen. Jack saw a maid. The maid smiled strangely. There was also a manservant who always looked at him indifferently. It doesn't seem normal. And this pair of parents, their enthusiasm is a bit too much. When they saw Jack wanted to smoke, they called it a bad habit and offered to help him. It turns out that his girlfriend's mother is a hypnotist. She could use hypnosis to help Jack quit smoking, but Jack decisively refused. They invite Jack to tomorrow's party again. Hearing the party, the maid who was pouring water seemed to think of something. As the tea becomes more and more full, her eyes began to lose focus, as if her soul was out of her body. The tea had overflowed, and she quickly returned to normal. At night, mosquitoes kept disturbing Jack. He couldn't sleep. He was about to go out for a cigarette, but terrible things come. The manservant came running towards him from a distance, with quick steps. As he approached Jack, he made another sharp turn and ran away. Jack gasped in fright. Turn back. Scared, Jack hurried back to the house to prepare to go upstairs. He saw his girlfriend's mom in the living room, and she called him over to chat. She began to ask about the most painful memory in Jack's heart. As she questions, she kept touching the cup with her spoon. Faced with these operations, Jack became very obedient. He told all his painful memories. Under the continuous hypnosis of his girlfriend's mother, he had a nervous breakdown and was unable to move his entire body. Suddenly, consciousness fell into darkness, almost completely separated from the body. Suddenly, he woke up from the bed. It was a dream. The next day, Jack met the gardener in the yard. He came up to say hello, but the gardener said, "Sorry, I was exercising last night. Sorry for scaring you." This sentence completely frightened Jack. Wasn't everything a dream last night? Before I could think about it, the people who attended the party came one after another. They all praised Jack as a handsome guy, but the strange thing is that all the old men who chat with him are looking at his body, as if everyone is watching him. Jack is a little embarrassed. Suddenly he saw a black figure, and walked over to talk to him, but the other party moved slowly and looked in a trance. When he spoke with a white accent, not like a black man at all. Jack felt something was wrong, so he went upstairs to his room, but he was just walking up the stairs. All the guests suddenly became serious and pricked up their ears to listen to his movements. Back in the room, he found that his mobile phone charging cable was unplugged by the maid. He found the maid, but he didn't expect the maid to tell him with a smile that she just accidentally knocked it off while cleaning the table. Then her expression became weird, and she burst into tears while laughing. Jack was so frightened that he hurried downstairs. The door was full of people, and they all looked at him. Jack looked at Alan in the crowd. He secretly took out his mobile phone and pressed the shutter.